Hi there, my name is John Stevens, pastor of Zion Lutheran Church in Oregon City, Oregon, and we're part of the ELCA, and welcome to Dollar Store Children's Sermons, where we take a look at the lectionary text. We tie them to an item from the Dollar Tree. This is for All Saints Sunday, and really looking at that word saint, about how we are called saints of God, that we all are made saints. We are set apart, we're made holy, and it's not because of our own doing, but it's because of God, and that we are all included. So I'm looking at names. You can either use a name tag, where on the name tag you write saint, and then you can write the names of the kids, ask the name of their name, and you write saint, and like Saint John, Saint Philip, Saint Susan, Saint Juanita. You write the saint in there, and then you put it on them, or you give it to them and they can put it on themselves, and claiming, as we claim that promise that God has named us saint, set apart, and that we're all that way. The other thing I'm looking at is talking about nicknames, and it's again tying into this idea of being a saint, and that God calls us beloved and God calls us saints. And so I'm talking about nicknames. Now, when I was in high school and I was working at a restaurant, I got the nickname air guitar because I'd walk around all the time. I'd be had music playing in my head, and I'd play the air guitar. And I actually, so the cooks started. I would wash dishes, and the cooks would. One of the cooks started calling me that, and then it stuck. It was air guitar. And so my older brother used to call me nicknames when I was a kid, and those were to make me cry. So I'm not going to talk about those. Therapy helps. Just kidding. Not about the nicknames, but about that it scarred me for life. So we could talk about the nicknames, and maybe some of the kids have a nickname. Hey, what do any of you have a nickname? And and it could be as simple as we've got some people whose name was John and they get called Jack. We've got whether it be, let's say, my son's name is Peter, and some people are starting to call him Pete. It's easy. Could be an easy thing. It could be a complete nickname. My mom has the nickname for me. She calls me Petunia or Toon, because when I was smaller, she goes, "Oh, he's as cute as a petunia," and small and tiny. Anyway, enough of me. Anyway, so these nicknames that mean that when they're called, or when we are called those nicknames, they're terms of endearment, that we are loved. And so when God calls us saints, when God calls us beloved, we are reminded that God wraps God's arms around us and holds us and makes us that. And this Sunday reminds us, on All Saints Sunday, that all of us, God has claimed us in the waters of baptism. God has said, "You are mine." God says, "I love you, Saint John. I love you, Saint Sharon. I love you, Saint," etc., etc., etc. All right, so I hope this can be a springboard for your own thinking around your children's sermon. And as always, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a fantastic week.